What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing a highly suggested video for a lot of people. Now that The Walking Dead Season 7 is over, a lot of people wanted me to go back to the early seasons and start reviewing some of the older episodes that I never reviewed. So we're going to do the Walking Dead Season 1 pilot review, Days Gone By video review. I'm sure a lot of people want to see it. I've heard a lot of comments of people saying, I want Dan to do a Season 1, reviews and that type of deal. So what we'll do is, throughout the summer, every once in a while, I'll review some of Season 1, maybe get into Season 2, if we have time, maybe Season 3, that type of deal. So, a lot of people want to see my opinions on the pilot of The Walking Dead. You know what? I think I'll do it. I mean, it's the pilot of the show. It's the first episode anybody's ever seen of The Walking Dead. I think I might as well give my thoughts on the pilot. So, well, if you guys like it, I'll continue on with some of the other reviews, Episode 2 and 3, and so on and so forth. But really love watching the older episodes again. I went back and watched episode 1 last night. Really, really great, season. Really love it. I also watched episode 2. Really, really great. So really, really happy with season 1. And I almost kind of forgot how good the early stuff was. Really, really great. So, spoiler warning, and let's just get right into it. So, now, of course, this is a weird beginning to a TV show. You don't really know what's going on when you see Rick, and he's like, can I get some gas? No gas. And he runs into the little zombie girl. And you're like, well, wait, did I miss something? How did the zombie apocalypse start? But then as the thing goes on, you see the zombie apocalypse kind of start. Not really, though, because we see Rick wake up in a coma and, that type of deal. So we don't really see how it starts. You'd have to watch Fear for that. But, basically, we see the beginning of the zombie apocalypse in Rick's point of view. This is a very Rick point of view beginning to a show. It's really, really great. So, of course, we see some people driving too fast, and they get in a car accident because the cops have no choice. Of course, they shoot Rick, and of course some of the cops, the cops kill them afterwards, but they shoot Rick twice. There's one guy that shoots Rick. It's two different guys. One guy shoots Rick, then I believe it was Shane that shot him down, or one of the other cops, for what he did. And then there was another guy that came out of the car and basically shot Rick a second time, Rick passes out and goes unconscious. And of course, we see kind of Shane deliver the flowers, but then when Rick wakes up, he thinks he's talking to Shane, that Shane's right there, but that's actually probably about, based on how crispy the flowers were, I'm going to say about a good month after that. So, and it looked like when Shane was kind of talking to him, the apocalypse didn't start yet. So that was probably a while ago. So, that's all I'm saying. Really, really great beginning, though. We see him wake up, really, really, really exciting. And we see, of course, the walkers at the door, don't open, dead inside. And then we see, Rick kind of walk out. He's not really sure what's going on. And he runs into the bicycle girl really crazy, and he, drives off the bicycle, and then he finds out that Lori and Carl are not there, and that they are, he doesn't know where they are. He doesn't know if they're dead or alive. The theory that people have that I never really gave my thoughts on is that, is this a dream? Is Rick still in the coma all this time? I hope not. That better not be how they end it. Personally, I don't think that's how it is. Walking Dead's too big of a genre, too big of a story for it to just end like that. But Kirkman has given his thoughts on that before, so I really hope that that's not it, because otherwise I'll be very mad and I'm going to sell all this stuff. But anyway, I really, really love this beginning. So we see Dwayne hit Rick in the head after Morgan shoots down what Rick thinks is a person, and then when he wakes up, we see Morgan ask him what kind of wound. He says a gunshot, Yeah, so they eat. He tells them what's going on. He calls them walkers. And then, it's Morgan that started the whole walker philosophy. So, really, to be honest with you, you can blame Morgan for that, for using the word walker. So, really, really cool. We see them, and we see, of course, a car alarm go off in the middle of the night. They kind of look out the window. They turn off all the lights. And it's basically Morgan's wife. She's out there, and she tries to open the door and everything. And, of course, it's locked, but really, really crazy. And that's what I mean, like, how Milton thought in season 3 that the walkers still have a little bit of their own personality from their previous selves. And to be honest with you, that's actually a good theory, because she, out of all the houses in the neighborhood, she went to that walker, and tried to open the door as if it was her house. So even though they'd eat you if they knew who you were, they'd eat you. They don't remember the people. But they might, and they just might. And I think that's very interesting. I actually do think that the walkers do remember who they were before. I actually do think that. I think it's very possible that they don't. But based off that, I mean, it fits. I mean, it really does. So, really, really great. So, really like the stuff with Rick, Morgan, and Dwayne. Of course, Rick tells Dwayne's not a toy. They take a shower at the sheriff's department or whatever. That probably feels nice. After they say it's 60 days, I think it's 60 days after. So Rick's been in a coma. Well, I mean it's longer than that, because it's been 60 days that the apocalypse has been going on. So probably at least 70 to 80 days he's been out. So pretty major, actually. Really like it. Really like how all of this has, how it kind of starts. And then they kind of leave. So Morgan says, watch yourself if you're going into Atlanta. He says that they're thinking about solving this thing. People are trying to solve this apocalypse thing or whatever. And we see Morgan try to put down his wife, and he cannot do it. And it was very, very crazy when that happened. We also see the bicycle girl, really insane. Rick puts her down. I'm sorry this happened to you. Really great detail on the walker. Really, really amazing. So then we see Rick, he's driving in a car, and we kind of see that, he can't really drive in a vehicle because of the fact that, gas runs out pretty easily. He walkie-talkies, and he's like, we'll be approaching Atlanta really soon or whatever. And I like it because then the people at the camp, we meet Lori, we meet Carl, we meet Shane. We already met Shane when they were eating in the fast food part. I forgot to mention that when they were talking about Lori, and she told Rick in front of Carl, sometimes I wonder if you even care about us at all. So that was pretty cool when he told Shane that. That was pretty sad, though. I mean, God, this is the stuff I don't like Lori for, right? Anyway, so we see that happen, and pretty cool. They don't really know who's on the air. And then, of course, Shane or Amy doesn't really know who he is. But then, of course, when Shane comes, they could have found out it was Rick, and then they could have found out he was alive, right? But no. When Shane talked, then they couldn't hear Rick all of a sudden. I found that was very TV show logic. I would almost say, I think, realistically, I think they would have found out then and there it was Rick's voice, and that he's out there, and he's just got to find them, and then he'll know where they are, and then he'll just go through the city and try to get to the camp. To find Lori and Carl, but no, this is TV show logic here. So he finds the horse, really cool, and he goes into Atlanta. I love that iconic poster shot where he just goes into Atlanta, and you can see that everything's kind of calm. There's a couple walkers. There's the walker that kind of looks like Jim Carrey. I don't know if that's him. People say it's Charlie Adler, but to me that actually looks like Jim Carrey. And if you've seen this episode, you know what I'm talking about. The tank walker, where he's kind of around the tank, and he kind of looks like Jim Carrey a little bit, and he's kind of walking around, So, and he was like in that little bus or whatever, and he starts walking out of that really old bus thing or whatever. That walker is what I'm talking about. So, But yeah, we see this iconic shot right here of Rick walking into Atlanta, so really cool. I really like this a lot. So we see him get stuck in the tank, which is really crazy. He drops his hat, drops the bag of guns, walkers everywhere out of nowhere, and he goes underneath the tank. He's about to die, and then he sees there's an opening. He goes in the tank. He gets trapped in the tank, and there's a walker, of course, that almost bites Rick, and then he's able to shoot him, and that probably irritates him. You can tell, like, that would actually hurt the ears quite a bit. We see Glenn at the very end. Well, not his character, but we hear his character at the end. I'm like, man, yeah, I really miss Glenn after seeing that. That's pretty crazy. Especially when you watch the second episode, you see him for the first time. Yeah, definitely very sad, but really awesome. Yeah, whatever. Yeehaw, right? Yeah, anyway. So, really like season 1, the pilot. So, there's my review for you guys. Really love it. This was an awesome series premiere, in my opinion. Not too much more to say. I really like doing these kind of, I guess you call these like throwback reviews. I guess I'll call them. I'll probably put them in a playlist of season 1 reviews for The Walking Dead, and I'll probably review the other 5 episodes since I reviewed the pilots. So why not? Really like it. So probably will keep this off the display for a little while so I can watch the rest. It goes up there. By the way, Fear the Walking Dead season 2 is right there. So that looks pretty cool. And I got all the other seasons of The Walking Dead. You can't see some of these down here, but I have like season 6 and season 5 of The Walking Dead down there. So I have all the seasons on display. Pretty cool. Can't wait for season 7 to come out. So really love season 1. Really like the way it worked out. I'll watch, I've already watched episode 2, but if you guys want me to review episode 2, I'll do that because my memory, is fresh at the moment when it comes to season 1 episodes. At least when it comes to the first 2. So tonight I'm probably gonna watch episode 3, maybe 4, that type of deal. So really excited to watch some more Walking Dead season 1. Now that the season's over, it's that type of deal. So anyway, guys, if you liked the video, please thumb it up below. If you have any comments, write the comments below. And somebody asked me to do rank all 99 episodes of The Walking Dead. That'd be pretty tough, but I could try that. I could. Yeah, I could try that, honestly. I don't know. I almost want to do it because that'd be so hard. But over time, maybe it'd take me a couple days to put the list together. Because I really have to think about it. But I could do that video. I really could. That'd be a pretty long video, probably like 20 or 25 minutes. But I could do that. I really could do that. So, write your comments below, and I'll see you really soon for another Walking Dead video or, whatever else. Peace, guys. See you guys.